We're gonna do a little maintenance today on this double O-ring lower bushing. Replace the original brass bushing with the pin, the Derlin thrust bearing, the cork washer. It's all kind of one integrated piece. Replaces 3 components in the bottom. This inner O-ring seals the shaft and the bushing. This outer O-ring seals the bushing to the tractor body. We're looking to lubricate this inner O-ring today. We're using a little bit of silicone lubricant, O-ring specific lubricant. It's helpful to remove the retaining screw first. Gives us a little bit more room to work. Can lift that worm gear up now kind of out of the way. Putting in just a few drops. It's okay to be generous along that seal. Just seeking to hit the tiny space between the bushing and the shaft itself. Can let it work in there a little bit with a couple big turns. It's pretty fluid lubricant, so it does a good job of getting down in there. If you feel like you maybe didn't get enough in there, it's okay to put a little bit more. It's not going to hurt anything to have some additional lubricant down in that groove. There's no components that can be hurt by that. But once you feel like you've got it worked in there pretty good, trickiest part is lining this screw back up. If you're using the original worm gear here, you can tighten it up pretty good. If you're using my nylon replacement worm gear, just don't want to over tighten and maybe stress that hole. That screw is typically not going anywhere. So good on that. Couple other little spots to lubricate while we're doing a little bit of maintenance. Got 3 holes in the back, 2 on the drive shaft, the drive arms, 1 on the rear axle. Then 2 more up here on the drive shaft, on the body. It's really these 5 spots. So just a little bit of lubricant, doesn't need to be much. I'm really only lubricating metal on metal parts. A lot of other things really just don't need it, in my opinion. These tractors will run for years and years and years and years and years and wear okay, not to the point anything's gonna break. So anyway, that's some quick maintenance on an old A5.